Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Miss and everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Atthaya Rajwa Shaffiyah with my student number 036 from class R4A. Today, I will be discussing one of the most serious issues in the world of sports, namely performance enhancing drugs or PEDs for short. Imagine you've trained hard for years to become the best athlete. You maintain a healthy diet, get enough sleep, and stay disciplined. But on the day of the competition, you're defeated by someone who wins because they used performance enhancing drugs. Does that feel fair? I choose this topic because many athletes around the world are still tempted to use doping to win quickly without considering the long term consequences. Not only can it damage their health, but it also undermines public trust and honesty in competition. Performance enhancing drugs or PEDs are chemicals used to enhance the body's abilities unnaturally. These substances affect muscle strength, speed, endurance, and mental focus, forcing the body to work beyond normal limits. PEDs are usually used by professional athletes who are pursuing quick wins due to pressure or ambition. However, their use is unfair and very dangerous to health, especially without medical supervision. Where and why doping is used? If we look at the world of professional sports, doping cases are like an open secret. Not just one or two sports, but almost all of them have been affected. Starting from the Olympic, world class soccer, cycling like the Lance Armstrong case, to athletic, weightlifting, motorcycle racing like F1 and MotoGP, even bodybuilding and martial arts are also inseparable from doping. So, why do some people dare to take the risk of using doping? Because of the urge to win quickly, to return to competing after an injury, or simply because of the pressure to stay at the top. Many are also contracted by the promise of big contract and tempting sponsors. And behind all that, there is the fear of losing, personal ambition, and the pressure of extraordinary competition. Types of doping. Friends, there are several types of doping that are often used by athletes. The first is anabolic steroids, to build a muscle and increase strength quickly, usually used by bodybuilders. Second, EPO makes the body more durable by increasing red blood cells, often used by runners and cyclists. Third, stimulants, for instance, focus and energy suitable for athletes who need phase reaction, such as racers. Finally, diuretic to lose weight quickly before weigh-ins, usually used by wrestlers or boxers. Negative effect of doping. In short-term effect, 1. Sudden energy boost. 2. Spike in confidence. In long-term effect, 1. Liver damage. 2. Heart problems. 3. Psychiatric problems. 4. Dependence. In serious impact, 1. Depression. 2. Loss of emotional control due to hormonal imbalance. There is a case in one of my favorite sports, MotoGP. France, one real example of doping occurred in 2019. Italian MotoGP racer Andrea Iannone tested positive for anabolic steroids after racing in Sepang, Malaysia. Initially, he was suspended for 18 months, but after an appeal, his sentence was extended to 4 years by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, or CAS. Iannone himself admitted that it was unintentional. He said that the substance entered his body through the meat he ate while in Malaysia. But still, he lost his contract with the Aprilia team, and his reputation in the MotoGP world was also destroyed. This case is proof that once caught doping, the impact can be long-term, not only in terms of a ban on competing, but also on his career and reputation. Doping prevention efforts. France. To prevent doping, there is a special institution that regulates it. At the world level, there is WADA or World Anti-Doping Agency. They make rules, conduct doping tests, and give sanction to violators. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, this task is carried out by LADI or the Indonesia Anti-Doping Agency, which collaborates with the Ministry of Youth and Sports and KONI. They not only conduct national doping tests, but also provide education to athletes so they understand the dangers. All of this is done for one goal: to keep sport clean, fair, and uphold sportsmanship. Conclusion: doping can indeed provide instant physical advantages, but the negative impacts are much greater both on physical health, mental health, and the athlete's career itself. We have seen how substances such as steroids, EPO, and stimulants are used for victory, but instead end up being banned from competing and even destroying reputation, as happened to Andrea Iannone. Prevention efforts have been carried out both internationally by WADA and nationally by IADO and KONI in Indonesia in order to maintain integrity and fairness in the world of sport. Thank you very much for following until the end and being a part of this discussion. Hopefully, we can all learn to appreciate the process more, not just focus on the result. Come on, let's keep the world of sport clean, fair, and full of sportsmanship.